Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. This woman, who is a long-time Yogi Bhajan follower, is doing more damage to the Khalsa Panth than anybody in the world. This is Gurmukh Kaur Khalsa. You can see her here with the Sikh Dastar and a tika on her forehead when she's doing the Shiv Lingam Puja with this long-time known RSS Hinduvata Swami. Now in this video, I will show you conclusive evidence of how Yogi Bhajan's SikhNet has been collaborating with this Gurmukh Kaur and this RSS Hinduvata Swami to literally destroy Sikhi. Gurmukh Kaur has stated in this message, recent message on Facebook to a Sikh, she says here, I am a Sikh. She is masquerading and faking as a Sikh in order to destroy Sikhi. She is a very popular yoga teacher. She's probably the most popular yoga teacher in the world. And she is the poster yogi for SikhNet, for Yogi Bhajan's 3HO organizations. She also is like a poster yogi for this Parmat Nikirtan ashram and this Swami. Gurmukh Kaur does not wear a Sikh kata. You can see here close-ups. She does not wear a Sikh kata. She does not wear a kirpan. And she collaborates with this known RSS Hinduvata Swami. And this has been going on now for at least 10 years. Yogi Bhajan had a long relationship with this Swami. And you can see Yogi Bhajan here on the left-hand side there in 1970s when he invited Swamis to do pujas at his estate there in Los Angeles. Now Gurmukh Kaur has picked up on this prachar of Yogi Bhajan, where he mixed Hindu teachings and with all of his yoga teachings. And now this Gurmukh Kaur goes to India 2 or 3 times a year and does all of these pujas, and then invites a lot of the Yogi Bhajan followers, like this famous singer Sanatana Kaur, and board directors from this Yogi Bhajan Sikh Dharma organizations to these Hindu artis at this Parmat Nikirtan ashram, do pujas, Shiv Lingam pujas, and then SikhNet supports her. I want to play for you a video where Gurmustik from SikhNet and Gurukha Singh of SikhNet, there are SikhNet directors, give inspiration and justification for worshiping idols and doing Hindu worship. Just listen to this video.
So this question was from one user, and it says, why do white Sikhs worship Hindu gods, idols, and fire worship? I can't understand this since it's banned in Sikhism.
So my question would be, when did you stop beating your wife?
Well, they see something online and some picture, or they see some, like, you know, this user asked about idols and Hindu worship. I mean, just from what I've seen of things, I mean, somebody equates having a picture or a statue as, if that's the fact that it's there, that people worship it. And
But so what's wrong with worshiping as Hindus worship? What's wrong with worshiping if you're really worshiping from your heart? I go to the Hanuman temple and see everyone there is worshiping, and there's a Hanuman statue and all that. What they're doing is wrong. What I'm doing is right. It's still the trap of the opposites, right and wrong, good and bad. It's still that place in your mind. So why is any worship bad? worship comes from the heart. It's a personal relationship between you and the infinity. You can never criticize that. Rich.
So you can see here how Yogi Bhajan's SikhNet, first of all, they deny that any of this bowing to Hindu murtis takes place there in their Espanola or their ashrams all over the world. But in fact it does. Here's evidence of it. They bow to these idols and worship. Gurmukh Kaur goes there all the time and cahorts with this Swami there at the Pramatni Kirtan ashram. They invited this Swami to come many times to their Espanola Yogi Bhajan Dera there and speak. And yet SikhNet does nothing about this biadbi of the Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib. And they just collude with Hinduvata elements that are behind all of this biadbi. You should not let SikhNet fool you. They are covering for these Hinduvata people who are inspiring this biadbi. And they want to destroy Sikhi. They want to remove the Sikh elements from India and make Hinduism the only religion there in India. You can see here this Hinduvata flag that was being flown over the army vehicles there during these crackdown on the protests, the peaceful protests there in India. And what's really disturbing and alarming is how SikhNet supports all this, and they allow this Gurmukh Kaur, who's a fake Sikh, who is just a cover for the Hinduvata people, to go around preaching all of these completely un-Sikh-like and complete violations of the Sikh Rehit Maryada. Now this is another leader there in their Sikh Dharma International there, Yogi Bhajan's group, this Guru Amrit Kaur. And she hangs out with this Swami here, and this is Satpal Singh, who's unbelievably the representative of the Siddhi Akal Takht to the United States, and also the representative of Yogi Bhajan's Sikh Dharma International to the Akal Takht. He's the son-in-law of Yogi Bhajan. And this RSS Swami here is very good friends with Satpal. And recently they were at the World Parliament of Religions trying to preach their so-called like oneness. There can be no peace without justice. And the fact is the Sikhs have sacrificed. And now these Yogi Bhajan people are trying to subsume Sikhi into this Hinduvata, this relentless python of Hinduvata. You can see how SikhNet goes along with this. And this SikhNet top philosophical writer, Ekon Kar Khalsa, she stated here in a comment on YouTube about Gurmukh Kaur's having this Hindu puja in her yoga studio parking lot. She says, Ekon Kar says, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a Sikh participating in a sacred ceremony from any other religious tradition. This is how they destroyed Buddhism in India. It was completely destroyed by the Hindu Brahmins because they wanted the power. Under the Emperor Ashoka, Buddhism had grown to completely be part of India's history for over 1,000 years. But then the Brahmins took over and they completely kicked Buddhism out of India. You won't find hardly any Buddhists in India anymore. And that's the same thing these Hindu Brahmins want to do with Sikhi. You can see here Yogi Bhajan colluding with Indira Gandhi. And we all know that Indira Gandhi attacked the Sikhs' holiest shrine. Yogi Bhajan was an RSS agent. And now these SikhNet people and this Gurmukh Kaur want to destroy Sikhi in the same way. Now this Yogi Bhajan's son-in-law, I talked about him, he's the representative of the Akal Takht Jethedars in the United States. Unbelievably, he went and spoke at this, he was one of the keynote speakers at an international Gita conference recently, this summer of 2015. And the purpose of this conference was to promote the Gita as a lifestyle. And that's what this Satpal spoke about. Unbelievable. Is he a Sikh or a Hindu? Colluding with these Hindu RSS people. Here is this Satpal with this Prime Minister Modi, colluding with him. The Jethedar needs to be removed because he's installing these type of people, and like Satpal, he's ignoring the Biadbis and all of the unsikh-like practices that are going on. The Jethedar visited the Yogi Bhajan group there in October of 2014, and he completely ignored all of the murtis, the unsikh-like practices that are going on there, the astrology, I can go on and on about all the unsikh-like practices there. This is the Hindu last rites that was given to Yogi Bhajan when he died. And that same Swami, we'll talk about him more, who is Yogi Bhajan's friend and personal pundit for his family, is right there giving these Hindu last rites. You'll see here Yogi Bhajan's sons, his daughter, his wife, and many 3HO people back there in the background. And you can see here how Yogi Bhajan's picture was there. They immersed the ashes of Yogi Bhajan in the Ganges. And SikhNet denies all this because they don't want Sikhs to know what's really going on there in that Yogi Bhajan Dera. This is one of SikhNet's and the Sikh Dharma International Yogi Bhajan organization's board members, this Guru Singh, going there to receive this shawl from this RSS Hindu Swami, their Pramat Kirshan. This Charity Kala Jat Sada Simran Singh. They were there at that event. They invite this Swami to come here to the 3HO Yogi Bhajan events quite often. Here's this Swami now with the RSS chief. We all know that these people want to get rid of Sikhi. They want to destroy Sikh in India and make India a completely Hindu nation. He's giving this RSS chief this book on Hinduism as a gift. Here is the same Swami here from that Paramatma Kirtan ashram there on the right, and he's pictured with these known Hinduvata terror cases in this article. They were attacking Muslims, and they want to get rid of Sikhs too. Here's the article here. You can look it up. I'll put a link to it at the bottom. It says, terror case allegedly involving Hindu extremists. He spat of terrorist attacks targeted Muslims in India. And there's that same Swami there, right there on the right, that Yogi Bhajan was good friends with, and Satpal is now hanging out with there at all of these events and different things. Here's more articles about new recruits, the Hindu cause, their anti-Muslim message of these Hinduvata people. They want to get rid of Sikhs and Muslims in India. And then they come to these, what they call interfaith events. And they want everybody just to lay down and just take all of their Hindu stuff. They say all religions are the same. It's not true. They misquote Guru Nanak Dev as saying all religions lead to God. This is completely false. Sikhism is a separate religion from Hinduism, and don't let anybody fool you. Here's more of this message from the Yogi Bhajan organizations that's journeyed into the heart of Sikh Dharma. They refused to let me take the course because they knew I was going to criticize them. They equate yoga, which is completely Hindu, with Sikhi. They say they make this false history about Guru Nanak Dev Ji's son, Sri Chand, being a yogi, and how Guru Nanak gave him this throne of yoga, and it's just completely bull. And then they tried to make this history about this yoga, throne of yoga, Raja Yoga, being passed down to Guru Ram Das Ji, the Sikh Guru. And this is completely a false history. They make it up so that they can completely, again, what they want to do is they want to subsume Sikhi into Hinduism. Whether they're doing it wittingly or not, it doesn't matter. But they're perfectly playing along with this RSS agenda of subsuming Sikhi into Hinduism. Here again is Yogi Bhajan here with this Swami, same Swami. This is Yogi Bhajan's wife, daughter, and then the son-in-law, Satpal. You can see they all have tikas, this eye of Shiva on their forehead. There's that Swami there on the right. Don't forget about him. This is very important. How Gurmukh Kaur is faking being a Sikh, and how all these Yogi Bhajan people go around putting themselves off as being Sikhs, but really they're playing right into the hand of this Hinduvata people, and it applies exactly what is happening today there. The Hinduvata people arranged this Biadbi of Siddhi Guru Granth Sahib, and they want to get Sikhs out there to do protests so that they can kill them and arrest them and show them as being bad. Here's Gurmukh Kaur again with this Swami worshipping this Hindu goddess. It's there on the left over there. You can see it right there. This is that Gurmukh Kaur again, with that same Swami. These are other Yogi Bhajan followers, this Krishna Kaur. I've known her for 30 years too. And they put Hindu gods. You can see this dancing Shiva up there. They've got this image of Guru Ram Das Ji that she's sitting in front of, and this Hindu god is underneath this picture, or is on top of this picture of Guru Ram Das Ji. Complete Biadbi. They just mix everything. And like I said, whether they do it wittingly or consciously or not, I don't know, and I don't really care. They need to change. And the occult Tukat Jethadar needs to call them in and to examine what they're doing. Call them in and have them answer to all this. Here's Guru Singh. I had to talk earlier about his justification of doing Hindu practices. You can see him here doing these Yogi Bhajan mantras with this Murti, this idol of Sri Chand up there. They have them all over there in Espanola and many different Yogi Bhajan ashrams. And here they do this completely un-Sikh-like tantric yoga. That's that Ekon Karkar there in the middle, who's the top philosophical writer for SikhNet. We all know that 3HO does these things, but SikhNet doesn't want you to see them. We all know that idol worship is against the Sikh Rehit Maryada, and it's also against what is written in Gurbani. So if the Jethadar won't do this job of calling the SikhNet people to task, the Yogi Bhajan people to task, then we need a new Jethadar. And I think that's the way we're headed. This is that Sanatana Kaur's famous singer getting a shawl from this, no doubt for her great promotion of all of these Hinduvata practices. Again, this is that Guru Singh, who's a board member there, getting instruction from this Hinduvata person. And here's the SikhNet offices, where they've got that idol of Baba Sri Chand right around the corner. And I invite you to go visit there, and you can talk to them about all this. Again, Gurmukh Kaur is a very famous yoga teacher. Let there be no doubt about it. And by her proclaiming herself to be a Sikh and doing all these things, and nobody says anything, the Jethadar doesn't call her to task, then this is a very, very bad image for Sikhi. We need to change this. We need to change the Jethadars and bring these people to task. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.